going on, everybody? It's Honest Abe with your weekly news report. Keeping you informed on what it really is. First up, we got Rich Sanchez, my man over at CNN. So my man Rick, he called out Fox News for this ad that they ran claiming that CNN didn't cover the Tea Party march on Washington. Well, Rick, he hears this and he proceeds to show that not only did CNN cover the event, but Bill O'Reilly mentioned it on the O'Reilly Factor. Even iller than that though, Fox, they ran the ad and the picture that they ran was stolen from CNN. And then they questioned a Fox producer about it, and his response was, and I quote, "Ha ha, Rick Sanchez is such a sucker." For real? Like, do these niggas know that news is supposed to be shit that actually happened? I don't know. And how are the people who watch Fox News like not offended by this? It's like the whole lack of credible journalism. You know what I mean? It's not like Fox is me just talking on some YouTube shit. These guys have like a nationally syndicated, television station or whatever you want to call it, and they just putting out whatever. I thought that was kind of crazy. And at the Tea Party march, one of the people had a sign up that said President Obama is going to mandate white slavery. Like, for real. Like, this is, as you can see, a real sign, you know what I mean? And so I just thought that was crazy. Shout out to Rick, though, for calling these niggas out. Fox, they're on this kind of shit, you know what I mean? It's not really about news with them. It's, I think they pretty much just try to connect with an emotion, and that emotion is, as we all know, And next up, we got my man John Hawkins. Shout out to John Hawkins. That's some right-wing news site or whatever, some random white dude. And he gave a list of 5 reasons why Barack Obama's election is bad for race relations, And his 5 reasons was typical Republican, ambiguous type of shit, like, people feel this way and that, like shit that you really can't prove, you know what I mean? So I came up with 5 tangible reasons why Barack Obama's election is good or has been good for America, Reason number 1 is gas prices, It's the obvious one. During George Bush's reign, I think gas was like, it got up to like $4, some crazy shit. And since Obama's been in office, the highest that gas has been is like $2.70. Gas right now is like $2.20, $2.18, like how are you not fucking with that? But you gotta look at it though. Bush was also an owner in the oil company, so when gas prices went up, he profited personally. You know what I mean? And President Obama doesn't have any ownership interest in oil. So, next, number 2 is he wants to make health care mandatory for everyone. You know what I mean? And I think that's a good thing. I think everybody deserves health care. You know what I mean? I think everybody deserves the ability at least to go see a doctor and be checked out. You know what I mean? I guess some people don't feel that way. I guess some people feel like only certain people should be entitled to doctors. I feel them. And rule number 3, cash for clunkers. He gave you $4,500 for cars that were not fuel efficient. You know what I mean? These guys took like hundreds of thousands of cars off the street. Nobody's really giving them props for that, but that's just a fact. You know what I mean? Number 4, he also had a tax incentive, $8,000 for first-time home buyers. Which encourages home ownership, which is a beautiful thing for anyone, you know what I mean, to have that kind of asset. So when you're talking about, at a minimum, $100,000 of an asset that you own, and he encouraged that. He would give you $8,000 back on your taxes, cash money, So I think that's a good thing. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I do believe that is a good thing. And number 5, I mean, the guy is the most intelligent president in the last 30 years. Like, you know, hands down. You know what I mean? The Bushes, they were both products of nepotism, starting with Prescott Bush, you know, back in the slavery days. Prescott got it in. You know what I mean? I can't knock him for that. You know, he worked with what he had. He did what he had to do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you can't really say these guys earned their spots. You know what I mean? And Ronald Reagan, you know, I know that's the Republicans' man's. Ron Reagan had a bachelor's in sociology. You know what I mean? Like, my dad has a bachelor's in sociology. That nigga's in the Navy. You feel me? Like, a bachelor's in sociology? He's the president? For real? I just thought that was a little bit crazy. You know, the only one who could really kind of fuck with him was Bill Clinton. He's another self-made guy. You know what I mean? He was born to a single mom who married this guy who's an alcoholic, you know what I mean, abusive guy. And Bill still made it. A Yale Law School guy, so he did his thing. But Obama, once again, was the president of the Harvard Law Review, so, you know, I just think nobody's really fucking with that, you know what I mean? And me personally, my criteria for president is you have to be intelligent, tough, and at the same time likable, you know what I mean? I don't think intelligence really played a part in the last 8 years. Like, how could you vote for George Bush? The nigga's a C student, like, you know what I mean? Nothing against C student motherfuckers, you know. But as the president, like, he's ruling the country, I don't know if you want the C student guy there. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. But I don't think that's really, you know, who you want leading the country. This nigga couldn't even, you know, get over a C in his cumulative GPA. Like, that's crazy to me. And next up, we have Virginia horrorcore rapper accused of murder. Actually, he's a California rapper, and he's accused of murdering 4 people, including a pastor in Appomattox, Virginia. And what they saying is they all 4 went to a music festival during the day, and then at night, the rapper dude killed them. You know what I mean? But I guess at least they went out with some good music. You know what I mean? If you're looking for the humor in it, you know. And horrorcore, I don't really know what that is. You know, I guess it's like a rap version of dark heavy metal. I'm not sure. You know, I just want to say thank you, Eminem. And it's a little weird to me, but I respect the artistry of it. You know. And my question is though, if they blame this murder on hip hop, you know, and it's really just a bunch of weird white dudes, like, should I be offended by that? Like, is this shit even rap? Like, I don't get it. Why they calling this rap? Are they talking fast or something? I don't really get that. And I just thought that was kind of weird, you know. And next up, we have a segment called Maybe It's Just Me. You know, and the topic for this one is the Forever video. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that the video for the song Forever with Drake, Lil Wayne, Eminem, Kanye, it just came out. You know, I got a couple questions, you know what I mean? Is it just me? Or is this the worst performance by 3 major leaguers ever? Is it just me, or did it sound like those were throwaway verses that they used? You know, except for Drake, you know, his was newly purchased. You know what I mean? And another question, did they know that each other was going to be on the song? Like, I don't know. Did they know that the song was for LeBron James's documentary? You know what I mean? Like, there's no mention of LeBron or even basketball. You know, I thought that was kind of weird. Like, did they know it would be the lead single for that documentary? You know, I don't know. You know, but when you look at the video, the whole shit is just kind of out of whack. Like, it just doesn't go together. You know what I mean? And I just had to get that off the chest, you know, let y'all know about that joint. And that'll be all for Honest Abe this week, keeping you informed on what it really is. I'll check y'all next week.